From Sky Sports News.
Hello, Scott. Bad luck. Much better second half.
My feeling is that, I thought first half, I thought we started the game well, and then really probably didn't stamp our way on the game too much. In terms of what I want from the team, was to play like a top side, and I felt we didn't take the game enough to the Spurs, or certainly try and show our quality in them moments. Second half, did every bit of that really. To be fair, I thought we was fantastic second half in terms of the way we played, our endeavour, the way we moved the ball, the way we was really dynamic in them moments, looking to try and get ourselves back in the game. And we should have got something out of the game tonight. We've not done that, and that's disappointing. Overall, a first-class performance from us, really.
The handball decision, it's one of those, I guess, if it goes against you, you understand it. You don't understand it, rather, if it's for you, you understand it. Does anyone really understand, though, what the handball rule is at the moment?
No, not really. It's changed so much, hasn't it? We look back at the start of the season when the rule was very different and penalties were being given week in, week out, when we were thinking this, you're going to have to change the art of defending, or tell the players to literally defend with their arms behind their back, and that soon changed. I understand why the goal was not given tonight, and that's the rule. So I don't agree with that rule, because looking at it, I physically don't know what else he can do. If it don't hit his arm, it hits his side. But like I said, I'm not complaining by that. The referee's just acted to the law. Maybe just a little bit of common sense in them moments. We've got VAR, so you can always look back and really work out whether there's been a clear advantage been had in that moment. And I think tonight there wasn't a clear advantage, but that's where it is.
Obviously disappointed not to get anything tonight, Scott. But if you carry on playing like that, you're going to be all right, aren't you?
Yeah, I honestly think that, and I honestly believe that. We've played against a fantastic team, a top football club. I spent the time there playing there. I understand what the football club's about in Spurs. Arguably the best front three in the division. And tonight, if you were someone who didn't understand, or it was the first time you was watching that football match tonight, I think how the two teams are and where they're placed, you wouldn't suggest that was the case. So constant belief here, Gary, constant belief that we'll get results with performances like that. And we need to maintain that, really.
Thank you. Bad luck.
Thanks, Gary. Next question, we'll have a couple more. Ready, Peter Rutzler?
Scott, do you think VAR is, making some laws unfit for purpose? Without VAR, I don't think that's given. It's almost taken away that sense of, you mentioned common sense there. Do you think that's been lost because of VAR from a officiating perspective? Yeah,
definitely. We're trying to make the game so pure and so sterile, and trying to control every single phase or every single moment to an absolute T. And that's where the problem lies for me, really. What do we want to see as fans, as spectators? Is goals, is excitement. And I'm sorry to say, but VAR is killing every bit of that. It's killing every bit of it. No longer do you celebrate a goal. Why? Because you're hanging on, thinking it might be disallowed. We then have a 10-second check. You're losing the raw emotion of the game we absolutely love, and it's a shame. And my opinion on this has not changed. My opinion's always stood for this in terms of how I see VAR, and I always knew that slowly along the way, experiences what people are going to face, as in managers or players, the disappointment, goals will only have damning effects, and that's why you're going to get to a point where really there is going to be no emotion. There's going to be no emotion in the game. The moment's gone, and like I said, tonight it's just about common sense, really, for me. But yeah, anyway, that's that.
Scott, and just on the game itself, Fulham did have some chances. There was a lot of pressure in that second half. Do you feel like Fulham still did enough to take something from this game, regardless of the goal and what happened there?
Yeah. We done more than enough to win this game. And more than enough to win it, let alone get something out of it. We were superb for second half, and like I said, but unlimited pressure, and of course you're always, as the game gets stretched a little bit. I remember one good chance where Alphonse pulled a save off, but for the pressure and the relentlessness of the team, I think anyone who would suggest we didn't deserve something probably weren't watching the same game as what I was. Thank you, guys.
Final question, sorry, Andy Dillon. I see one more hand. Last question, Andy Dillon, please.
Hiya, Scott. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can, yeah.
Hiya. Interesting you just said that VAR has taken away the emotion. You're going through plenty of emotion, aren't you? Particularly as we get to this part of the season. These things is not helping your cause. I mean, and it seems that you're angry quite a lot. You had it with Spurs the other week when the game was reshuffled at a minute's notice and that sort of thing. None of this is kind of helping Fulham's cause. Do you feel a little bit hard done by?
I think for sure, when over the course of the season, Andy, when you look at it in terms of the decisions we've faced, I think we've been on the wrong end of them. Certainly, Newcastle comes to mind. Caballero penalty against Liverpool comes to mind. But certainly that is the case. Look, this is what it is. I'm not one to look back, or certainly I'm not one to whinge or moan. I'm just giving you my opinion on VAR and where our game's going. That's all it is. Like I said, there's certain things in life that you need to let it breathe a little bit. You need to see its originality sometimes and let it be. And football's one of them. Football is one of them. And if you want to, like I said, make the game sterile and pure, then you're going to get the game we're seeing here. And it's soon going to become a game that really, literally there is no real emotion because it gets taken out because of the disappointments or the experiences that players and coaches and fans are going to go through.
And when fans come back in, if it's so sterile and emotionless, would it be worth the ticket money if it's like this?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Look, the fans have probably not been around it because of so they've probably not experienced it as best. You experience it at home when you're sitting on the sofa watching the game, and probably there's been some moments there, but certainly when you get back in the stadium, that might be the case. That the goal tonight, it's the moment you wait for, isn't it? In terms of that, and it was chalked off. Again, I repeat, I understand why it was chalked off, but we really want to lose them moments. Let the referees referee. They've had years and years of experience. They've had at times, but I don't want to. Yeah, that's how I see it.
Okay, guys, thanks very much. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.